Hey everybody, Alex Kazora, SteelersDepot.com, back with some Pittsburgh Steelers tape breakdown and analysis. Pat Freiermuth had the best game of his young career in his rookie season Sunday against Seattle, 7 catches, 58 yards in the overtime victory. And it's no surprise to see Freiermuth, I think, have his best game of the year the week after Juju Smith-Schuster goes down for the season, and it's been talked about prior to this game needing to get Freiermuth and wanting to get Freiermuth more involved in the offense. And the big thing he circled about why he wanted to get Freiermuth more involved was because he trusts Freiermuth. And so I think any quarterback Hall of Famer to trust a rookie like that, that is certainly deserved and earned, not always given. And so I think what we'll go through today is look at Freiermuth's strengths as a route runner and as a receiver and how he kind of has earned and created that trust for Big Ben. First example comes here in the first quarter. Freiermuth aligned to the slot in this 3-by-1 look with Deontay Johnson to the backside. Kind of a spacing concept. You'll see Freiermuth run the curl just past the sticks on this play. And as soon as he sees that Ben's under a little bit of pressure here, and it's kind of a semi-scramble drill, it's not completely in rhythm and on time anymore, you'll see Freiermuth start to move with Ben and try to get in his vision and find some open grass. And so we'll kind of go back and watch this one again. Freiermuth again running this curl. He sees that Ben, nearly gets sacked, kind of gets out of the pressure there by the right defensive end, and you'll see him start moving in kind of a semi-scramble drill to some open space away from the, linebacker to the left of him, and making himself an option for Ben on this play. Gets open, Ben throws him the football, and it's a catch. Now the only downside here is that this is 3rd and 10, and so you could argue that Freiermuth probably shouldn't have come back, before the sticks, before the first down marker. I think his thought was, I need to get in Ben's vision, A, and B, if Ben throws a good ball, an accurate pass, and it doesn't happen on this play, it's a little bit low, and Freiermuth has to go to the ground for it. But if Freiermuth can stay on his feet, then he can turn upfield, and he probably picks up the first down marker. This DB's way off the ball here or far away from Freiermuth, and Freiermuth with his size can probably get the extra 3 yards on this play. But I just like to see Freiermuth. You see him thinking and working, and as soon as he sees this play begin to break down, he starts to move. In a scramble drill, when things break down, you don't want to stay static. You need to get in the vision of your quarterback, so start moving the way your quarterback is moving, and then B, you need to find some open grass and find a soft spot for the defense. And so you probably don't see Freiermuth, I don't think, here on this play from this angle. But we'll look up top one more time and just see Freiermuth, just working into space, getting in his quarterback's vision. And had Ben thrown a slightly better pass, I think this becomes a first down. There was a phrase that old Steelers wide receiver coach Scotty Montgomery used. It was quick to the tuck, someone that makes the catch and immediately gets upfield. And you see that from Freiermuth on this play. That's important for him. He's aligned here because he's not a super explosive athlete. And so getting upfield quickly is going to be important for him. So again, just sitting down against zone, showing your numbers to your quarterback, and then turning upfield as soon as you make the catch to get some extra yak, and uses that big body of his to kind of push things forward to get even extra 1 or 2 yards after that. So look at it from the end zone view. This is Pat Freiermuth. Just a little, stick route basically. But then as soon as he catches that ball, he's getting upfield. He's turning his head. He's trying to find where the defenders are and trying to get extra yards. So as soon as the catch is made, honestly, he might turn his head a little bit too early. But his hands are so good that he probably won't drop many of those, even though he's not maybe fully looking the ball in. So he's immediately getting upfield and then kind of, plowing ahead here and get some help here from Ebron and Kendrick Green going over the pile, which is a very Green thing to do. But we like and appreciate that effort and hustle. But a small thing here, but it's a simple catch against zone coverage, and Freiermuth gets upfield and gets some yak after that, and it's a good play. The last thing I want to note on this play, just really quickly, is that we talk about showing your numbers to the quarterback, getting square on this one. If Freiermuth is getting square to catch the football, he's not kind of turned, and his shoulders aren't sort of upfield a little bit, where his body's getting upfield, his head is getting upfield, he's snapping his head around, but the shoulders are square. He's showing his numbers to his quarterback to make sure he's securing the catch first. Again, very square, and then he's going to turn his whole body upfield. So very small thing there, but I like the idea of getting square to the catch. That's going to decrease your chance of dropping the football. A little bit later in the game here is Pat Freiermuth. None of these are like incredibly highlight reel type plays. Freiermuth's not Travis Kelsey. He's not Darren Waller. He's not Mark Andrews. But they're just doing the little things consistently every single time. And that's how you build trust in a quarterback who's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. On this play, Freiermuth just understands where his leverage is at. On this play, the linebacker is inside leverage. So he's going to break to the outside, get his head around, and make the catch. And that's all it is. But that's a thing you're doing consistently as a rookie, and that's really important. Understand where leverage is at. break away from the leverage, make the catch, get a good chunk of yards on this play. And so again, it's not something that's going to be, you're going to see on Sports Center or Twitter or anything like that, but it just doing the routine things routinely, as Mike Tomlin likes to say, understanding leverage and help and getting open and making the catch. Last example, Pat Frymuth aligned to the top in the slot here to the boundary, and this is kind of that juju roll in the slot, running the little speed out and making the catch, and that's what happens on this play. And so actually, they had this. This is the play that Ben threw incomplete to Deontay on a third down earlier in the game. It's the same route combination across the board, but this time Ben hits Pat Frymuth, who runs this little out route. Maybe not a speed out, maybe more of a traditional out route for a guy like Frymuth, who's not a receiver, kind of rounding that off quite as much. But anyway, so point is again understanding leverage here. Linebacker aligned inside. He's going to run this outside. The route is probably designed to go outside, in all honesty here. But again, inside leverage here. He gets to the outside of him and makes the catch and then turns upfield immediately and gets to the marker. This was 2nd and 6. And so he catches the football about 2 yards shy of the sticks here, but a big guy. And because he's getting upfield so quickly, that quick to the tuck, like I mentioned earlier, he's now able to get extra, 3, 4 yards of yak. And it goes from 2nd and 6 to 1st and 10. So one last look at it here. And this is what Juju would be running if he was available and out there and healthy right now. He'd be running a little out route and making the catch and picking up the first down. And so, the benefit is that Freiermuth will see more linebackers. Juju didn't see a linebacker that often because, they'd be covering him with cornerbacks and safeties and stuff like that. So Freiermuth will have a guy like a linebacker on him a little bit more and makes a good play. So again, none of these are super fancy, but it just, it's understanding leverage. It's running crisp routes. It's catching the football. It was 7 to 7 on receptions and targets. The dude does not drop a pass. He dropped, I think, one I've seen in his Steelers career. That's training camp, preseason in the regular season. That was a couple weeks ago when he dropped the pass, which was just I was like, what is going on? But he just does those little things while understanding zone and man and finding grass and making the good catch and getting upfield and making a play, and that's all it is. And that's not going to ever make him the most dynamic, electric tight end in football, but it'll make him a very good one and one that Ben and the future quarterbacks for the Steelers team will trust a whole lot. So appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment below about your thoughts on Pat Freiermuth. Like and subscribe if you guys have not done so already. Appreciate you watching, and we'll talk to you soon.